Episode 8 of Pub Football with Miles and Jimmy. Premier League is taking a break and England duty is on, which you might have noticed the change of set. We've gone very patriotic.
Prepare for it to fall down. So
I feel almost American with how patriotic we should be. We've got a flag, which we always have to be fair. There's a wig. There are lots of England shirts, some more successful than others. Unsuccessful in the 80s. Love that one from the 98 World Cup. 1990s good. World Cup, innit? Won it in that one. And that is the worst English shirt in living memory when we couldn't qualify in 2008. However, this year I had it.
And you still own it, so that's a good
I didn't burn it, I just kept it. So we've got all of that. Little disclaimer, sorry about the last episode. Episode 7 went up really, really late. It only went up last night.
Absolutely embarrassing.
Because of technical issues. We shouldn't have that again this week. And if we do, then the last night comment won't make much sense. But I'm Miles, this is Jimmy. We're here to talk about England this week with beers in pub football, which I'm quite excited for. I like watching England play.
Do you? I can't stand it.
No, I know most people can't. I know when you're not in a major tournament, but it's a qualifier. I know we're playing against some really rubbish teams, but especially over the last sort of 3 years, since the Euros.
Agreed. I think watching England about, as you say, 2-3 years ago, absolutely hated the 2-week break because England are terrible to watch. Yeah. There's a nice mix of youth coming through, and we're looking pretty decent. There's promise there, isn't there?
Loved the Nations League.
Oh yeah,
I loved it. I thought it was great because
we were disappointing in the finals.
Yeah,
but
everyone complained about it. Like the game, the game against Croatia was terrible in closed doors.
That was awful. Yeah,
but once we got to that game, I think it was
the
Croatia again.
That was great,
and we won. Yeah. We won the group, and we beat Spain.
Yes.
The atmosphere was superb, and then going into the semi-final and the final, it was great. I don't see why anyone would still be complaining about it.
No, agreed.
I think it's great. We're in competitive action again, so it means all these games are competitive.
Yeah, which is good. No pointless friendlies where 12 subs are made. Good.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got Bulgaria on Saturday at home at Wembley at 5 o'clock in the evening, 5 o'clock kickoff. And then on Tuesday it's Kosovo at St Mary's down Southampton.
European powerhouse, isn't there?
At 7:45 kickoff in the evening. So we don't really need to talk about the Kosovo game today because we will be doing the show on Monday, so we can sort of review the Bulgaria game and preview the Kosovo game. Yep. So we'll focus on the Bulgaria game.
Yes.
Before we start, let's just quickly run down in the squad, and we're going to try and do this off the top of our heads.
Yes.
So, do you want to do the goalkeepers to start yourself off easy?
Yes.
Okay.
So we've got Pickford, who's bound to start.
Yeah.
We've got Heaton, who's had a good start.
No, Heaton, you've already. Oh no, we do have Heaton.
Yes, we do. So you can shut up. Yeah. And we've got Pope as well. So both two decent keepers who've started the season well, and obviously Pickford's going to start.
Yeah. Across the back line, I'll try and get all of the defenders. Are you ready to rattle this off?
Yeah, you won't get him in.
Trippier and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Wan-Bissaka was in the squad, but he's pulled out with a back injury. At the centre half, you've got Gomez, Maguire, Stones, and Michael Keane. And left back, you've got Chilwell and Rose. You get the midfield.
So we've got Winks, Barkley, Rice, the Ox. We've also got Mount, Maddison.
Vice captain.
Oh, Henderson, my favourite player.
And the most overrated.
Lingard, my most hated player.
Yeah, and then up front, and this should be everybody, we hope, Callum Wilson, Harry Kane, Marcus Rashford, Jadon Sancho, and Raheem Sterling. That should be the whole squad. Should be everyone. Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see who starts. I personally think that because it's England and in international football, so many new players come in at all times. I still think that, especially in the first game, it's been the first game of the season for England. Go with a stronger team in the first one.
Yeah, we had a chat about this. It's what do? Do you go for players on form? Do you go for the strongest team possible? Do you go for a bit of mix and match to give players who haven't had a chance, like Mings or Maddison, a chance? Because to be fair, we're going to roll over both of these sides.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I would normally start Declan Rice, but I don't think we need to.
No, agreed.
I don't think we need to. I think the midfield should be Harry Winks at the base. I'd even play Oxlade-Chamberlain, James Maddison.
Yeah,
Ox hasn't played a lot of football.
I think it's going to be Barkley.
I think it'll probably be Barkley, but Winks, Barkley, and Maddison.
Yeah, we don't need to sit back. We're going to have all of the ball. Maguire can carry out from the back.
Yeah.
We don't need two sitting players there, do we?
It's going to really wind me up if Lingard starts. I think that Lingard is in this squad a bit like the Welbeck sort of phase out.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be
He
in the
hasn't
next
started the
one.
season particularly well. I don't really understand why he's in the squad. But then you look
In the squad, there's
past that.
Loftus-Cheek and Hudson-Odoi
Yeah,
available.
Foden is too far away, unfortunately. And we mentioned people like Cantwell in the past who just aren't quite at that level.
And then there are some underrated players who could come
Yep.
through, like is it Choud? The centre midfielder.
Chowdhury, yeah.
It is Chowdhury. Leicester.
Afro, yeah.
Afro, yes, great Afro. He's the type of player who might come through in the next few years. He looks like a handy player.
He could be a very good shout for the Euros if he plays all year.
Yeah,
very
Morgan Gibbs-White I think is a good player at Wolves as well, but not for the Euros. He won't be ready yet. But one day, hopefully.
There are players there, aren't there? There are players who, if they have a good season, have half a chance.
Yeah, so let's think. Who do you start against Bulgaria?
Pickford at the back.
Absolutely. His distribution is going to be so vital in these games.
100%.
He'll be playing almost like a centre half.
Yeah, we're going to dominate, and it's just a different kind of pass out from the back will make a massive difference. Trent will start at right back. Chilwell, I think, will start at left back. He played in the last game.
Now.
Yeah, played really well.
And he's the best choice we've got.
Yeah, you'd have probably Maguire and Gomez as the two.
Yeah.
I'd like maybe Mings to play because I really like Mings.
I like the story coming out about Mings saying it would be fitting for him to make his debut at St Mary's because Southampton let him go as a teenager.
We'll see. Yeah.
Quite like that full circle. I think that they'll leave him out the first one.
Yeah, Maguire and Gomez will start the first one.
Yeah, and I don't think it's necessarily the worst thing in the world. First England camp to get a game under your belt. I mean, making a debut at Wembley would be absolutely superb.
Yeah,
but he can come off the bench. I don't think he will because it'll be all attacking changes. I think because you'll just keep banging the goals in.
Hopefully, yeah. I can't imagine the defensive change at any point, but you never know.
No,
give him game time.
Maybe right and left back because they'll probably do a lot of running.
Yeah, midfield, Winks.
Yeah, I would go Winks, Ox, and Maddison. I still think he'll go Henderson. I think he'll go Henderson, Winks.
Forgetting about Henderson. That's the second time I've done that.
I know.
Yeah, I think it's going to be
Henderson. It might even be Henderson, Barkley, and the Ox. It wouldn't surprise me. Or Henderson, Barkley, and Winks, or Henderson, Rice. If he plays Jordan Henderson and Declan Rice, I will be livid.
I can see that happening.
So can I. But there's just no need.
Winks, Barkley, Maddison. Strong.
You go Barkley over the Ox at the moment.
At the moment, he's played more football this year. I get why.
That Mason Mount.
Also, the Ox ex Southampton. I can see why he might play in that one.
Yeah. What about Mason Mount?
Not as yet. For me, Maddison thoroughly deserves to be playing in that squad.
Yeah, but you wouldn't play both of them.
No. They do a similar thing, and Maddison's a little bit further down the line in terms of development. Yeah, he's much better.
And then I think the front three picks
itself.
Sterling one side, Sancho the other, and Kane up 100%. Front. I wouldn't be surprised against Kosovo to see Rashford start. I wouldn't be surprised to see players like Mings start.
Off the wing or up top?
I don't see a world where Harry Kane doesn't start. I think that he's so eager to play every single game unless he picks up a knock. When was the last time he didn't start a game for England that he was fit for?
Do you reckon Poch might have a word? But I
don't think so, because Kane was also... Yes, he scored a penalty in the North London derby. For me, Kane needs to play himself into form as well. So I think Poch won't mind him playing both games.
I personally would use one of those to do something slightly different. As you say, maybe have Rashford up front. Maybe even bring Wilson in, just give him game time, see what happens. We need to have that plan B in the finals where we might be struggling with Kane up top, and you need to figure out what.
I can't see him not starting though. That's it. I can't see.
No, I don't. Well, I get a second half maybe if we're 2-0 up at half time. Take him off. Try something different. We're not going to lose the game, are we? We're not going to lose.
Yeah, I know that. No, I fully expect Rashford to play in both games and play a big part. I think whether he'll come off for Sancho.
You think he's going to play off the wing?
I think it depends because it could be one of those games, especially against Bulgaria, where I don't particularly love Sterling inside, but after 60 minutes, if we're cruising, you could take a midfielder off, put Sancho, or even just play 4-4-2. They're not going to dominate the midfield.
No, of course they're not.
There's going to be tactical flexibility. If Gareth Southgate plays 3 at the back, I'll be just why.
Yeah, you don't need 3 at the back. They're going to have 1 up top, and then they'll pack the midfield out, aren't they?
You would expect him to play a bank of 4 and a bank of 5.
Yeah, 100%.
2 banks of 4 with strikers that work hard, or something like that.
Yeah, I expect it's a very compact team who aren't going to get out of that half a lot. Going to hope for the best.
Speaking of Bulgaria,
yes.
Any players that stand out?
We had a look through their lineup 20 minutes ago. I don't recognise a single player.
I've heard of Popov, but there are two of them, and I don't know if either of them are the one I've heard of.
I've heard of the teams they play for. I think, they're not too bad. Ludogorets are all right. You had Midtjylland from Denmark. They're all right.
And then all the other teams. I think there were a couple maybe playing in Saudi
Arabia
as well.
They're local.
Iran or something like that. They just look. I like Bulgaria. I don't know any of their players.
To be fair, they had a couple of Brazilians in there, didn't they? They had Wanderson,
yeah.
Marcelinho.
Yeah, which it could mean anything. It could mean they could have been just bad enough at football to have played in the Bulgarian league for 5 years, and thought, I'll take a call up.
Yeah,
why not?
Why not?
They look and this is not necessarily for me, because there was a reason that I decided to start this channel with Jimmy. It's because Jimmy knows almost everything about football.
I don't really know Bulgarian football very well.
And for you not to know a single player from an international...
Wait for Monday, because Kosovo's a different level.
But I think we'll be surprised by Kosovo, because they play quite well. I think that there's a few players...
Kosovo are the better side.
There's a few players that play in major international leagues that I think that you'll recognise.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Whereas this is like San Marino.
Yeah, well,
I don't know any. I don't know the teams. You recognise the teams. I recognise Ludogorets and I recognise
Champions League last year.
Midtjylland.
There's a few from last year. Karabag.
Beyond that, nothing.
Yeah,
except for the goalkeeper who didn't get picked, who played for Burton Albion and now plays for Accrington Stanley.
Who are they?
Always just, but that was the challenge on FIFA back in the day. Man United and Accrington Stanley.
But yeah, you think of Bulgaria back in the past with sort of Berbatov, Martin Petrov.
The other Stilian Petrov, was he Hungarian?
Stilian was Bulgarian. Very good. So
they had a good side. They've peaked.
Yeah,
they're on their way down.
They're just not producing any players who are probably of any real quality.
Just look bad.
We'll see. They're a very unknown quantity, aren't they? They might turn up. You might see a sort of a 21-year-old go, "Christ, he's good."
That's true. True. These are those games where the commentators will know all about the opposite team, which means that they'll have some Bulgarian feeding them something, saying, "This guy's the danger man coming off the wing."
The Bulgarian Beckham.
He'll skip past Trent Alexander-Arnold once, and that'll be the highlight reel. But he will be the danger man, and he'll get a 7 rating in the Daily Mail's match rating afterwards. But you'd hope it's going to be 5-6.
My concern is we'll play at too slow a tempo, which happens a lot in England games.
Which is why Harry Winks needs to start.
Exactly. My feeling is it's going to be very dull for 20 minutes before we start to pick up and go from there.
If it's Rice and Henderson, exactly. Although Rice is actually quite good on the ball and he does push forward. I don't mind Rice at all.
You play Rice as centre half.
You could play Rice as centre half, but you don't need to. You've got Gomez and Maguire who both push forward. But I think that you need those players. That's why I think Winks, Oxlade-Chamberlain, and Maddison would be fine, because all of them will get the ball on the half turn and go. And I would like to see us absolutely camped out on the edge of their box and just goals.
I hope so.
Send a message.
Yeah.
Don't use it to be like, oh, it's an easy game, we'll just get through it. Send a message that we are really onto it.
Yeah, agreed. Because obviously the finals of the Nations League were a little bit disappointing in the end, really.
Well, we didn't have a midfield. We didn't have a midfield. Declan Rice played, but we didn't have... We've left Winks at home, and I know we talk about Winks a lot, and I think that Oxlade-Chamberlain would have made a difference. I think that Barkley was pretty poor, should have been better.
Also just proved how good Frankie de Jong was as well.
But we've got players like Maddison in now and Mount. I think that these are all players, and Foden, that could have made a bit of a difference in that midfield, who could have taken the ball forward. Because, we're playing Lingard, Barkley, Henderson, and Henderson didn't start, but Rice and Barkley, and Henderson came on and looked like the most attacking midfielder we had.
Yeah, Rice looked slightly out of his depth in that game, but he will improve. He's got better.
Oh yeah, I think he'll be fine, and I think he'll start big games because you need that defensive cover.
Yeah, 100%.
But with a player, he was expected almost to be the ball player,
which is not his game, really, is it?
No, he's a
break-up play,
midfielder / come centre half.
Yeah,
for me, he's a better version of Eric Dyer.
Yeah, he's quicker.
He's quicker. He's better. Yeah, he's a better version of Eric Dyer, and I've said I would convert Eric Dyer to centre half because I think Eric Dyer centre half would be better than Michael Keane. Definitely better than some bloody Sanchez. Nightmare.
Spurs is off for this week.
It is off for this week. Sorry, I need to stop getting carried away. No, I'm quite excited. Right, it is going to be a short episode because, to be honest, there's not that much to talk about.
No, we're going to talk about the other teams in the UK, but what's the point?
Yeah, Northern Ireland are playing right now.
And we don't care.
And we don't care. Scotland are playing at some point.
Scotland are a laughing stock.
Wales, I don't really like Ryan Giggs as a manager. There's one reason I don't like Ryan Giggs as a manager, is because he just expected to be given a big job. He wouldn't take a championship job. I don't like that attitude at all.
One bonus is Bale's played quite well at the moment.
Yeah,
so that's good.
but I played under Alex Ferguson. I deserve a Premier League job. Almost every single player who played under Alex Ferguson.
Earn the right.
All of them have mucked it
Steve
up.
Bruce, yeah.
Steve Bruce has done okay.
Paul Ince had a stint for a while.
Paul Ince was awful.
Hughes.
Gary Neville, terrible. Phil Neville's done okay with the Linus, but they're losing at the moment. Mark Hughes is a poor manager. You know, he had a good period at Blackburn. Phelan, who managed with Ferguson, didn't do anything.
McLaren's done
Keane wasn't great. McLaren was good and has been dreadful ever since.
Keane was poor.
Keane wasn't great. He took a team up to the Premier League, but at least he took the step down. It's just, it annoys me. It annoys me that Giggs had this arrogance about him. And you know, Scholes failed at Oldham. However, he went to Oldham.
Scholes, the quietest man playing the game, is now the most vocal in the press and in the papers.
Yeah, refused to be on the screen.
Yes.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Amazing.
Anyway, so let's finish off. Let's wrap it up with our score predictions.
Scores! I'm going 4-0.
I'm going to be more optimistic.
Oh, 8, 9?
7.
7? Wow.
Yeah, are we going to do the betting?
I'll put a tenner on that. If you get 7-0.
I might actually put money on it this time.
Yeah,
I might put a couple of quid on. But I remember this is the last time I bet on football was during the World Cup.
7-0?
The last time I bet on football was during the World Cup. Yeah. And it was at half time in the Panama game. When we were 5-0 up.
Yeah, you went for 10, didn't you?
And I went double figures. And we scored once.
Yes.
Oh, what a wind-up. What a wind-up.
I think 7-0 was a very bold shout.
I think I think we should be beating these teams by that much.
When we win 9, I'm going to look like a right idiot next week. But 4-0 sounds about right.
I'm going to go 7. I just think we've got enough in the side.
Cool.
And maybe it's blind bias. It's the fact that I hadn't heard of a single player for Bulgaria.
Put your money where we'll go down to the bookies tomorrow. I'll put 5 right.
What you mean we'll use the app on your phone?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
1 tenner on it, yeah.
All right, that was a short one. Episode 8 of Pub Football with Miles and Jimmy. All done. Getting ready, getting hyped. I'm excited.
Come on, England.
Come on, England. Oh God, I got a bit too laddie then. I need to calm down. So the only thing left to say is goodbye my £10 with the 7-0 bet. And
yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.